Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is another episode of 7 days of tell the truth, confession, tell the truth. Well, maybe not confession because there might not be anything to confess about, but keeping it real for 7 days, and where it's a time where I really super share like the days in and the days out of my journey, and just take that time to kind of bring it home, and the journey is not always fantastic. It's not always feeling great. It's just all up and down, and that is like, when you're trying to find your groove, when you're trying to get in the zone. And I've been in the zone so many times and have gotten away from being in the zone, and it's a bad feeling. It's a really convicting feeling, and so I just want to bring some of that into light and the things to watch out for, the pitfalls, and how we can overcome that. Okay, so I'm talking to the people that may have gone through or going through the pitfalls of eating healthier, getting into that zone of reaching goals and things like that, and the things to watch out for, the habits and likeness of that. Hi, I'm Laura Lee. Welcome back to my channel. So that was just a little bit of an intro of what my 7 days are going to look like. Today is day 2 of 7. Thank you so much for coming back. I had gone on a 5-day fasting journey, and I am glad I did it. I almost felt like after 5 days after the journey of doing a 5-day fast, that it was kind of like my security blanket. I didn't really feel like eating all that much. I felt like even having a couple of choices was too much. But in the end, for the betterment, I believe that it's up to us how we feel to prioritize, to balance out those foods we eat with the activity. And so going through those different types of I wonder if I should only fast for 2 days, or I wonder if what would be the best course of action to take after you come out of a fast, or after you go from low calorie to implementing more calories in your daily diet. Those sorts of things, whatever it is, it's got to be a lifestyle, right guys? And so I talked a little bit in my previous videos, like what my strategies were. I've let you guys know what my plans were to move and shift into there. And so now we've arrived at that. And so I did have like a couple of days to myself to really think, well, should I go for another 5-day fast? Should I go for 2-day fast? Should I do OMAD? Should I do 18-6? Should I do 5-2? There's so many different types of fasting out there, and most of them are generally like really beneficial to you. It's just you have to be consistent. You have to really be aware of how you're feeling and doing it properly. So I want to say, speaking of properly, a little bit of a disclaimer: please seek medical professional advice upon changing anything, especially if you see my videos and you're like, I could do that, or I want to do that, or follow bits and pieces. Please do seek a professional advice before changing any type of your dietary habits or your fitness routines, as I am not a licensed professional. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, I wanted to just tell you that, in thinking of keeping it real, trying to bring the content to where you guys can understand like what I'm feeling throughout the day. Today was one of those days where I could feel like the things that I ate in the past few days, I'm not happy I did it. I think at some point, we really got to change like our overall habits, and as good as that is, you can have the most healthiest things in the refrigerator, but what really drives us to going and getting those things that we shouldn't be eating? And I really just think, number one, I have to, and I'm speaking to myself, have to keep the why in front of us. We have to. There's no way, because once we lose sight of the why, it's all downhill from there. And then what happens is we just lose sight of that. We keep going and it just turns into a big mess. We get stressful, we isolate, we just, those things. So I wanted to make sure that for these 7 days in this pocket of a series, right? I wanted to make sure that I came to you guys to let you know the certain things that I wanted to point out for this week, okay? So for these days moving forward, I wanted to do keto and intermittent fasting, and that's what I plan on doing. Okay, so the main thing is, if you must take a break, if you must rest, then more so do so, but don't quit, don't stop. And see, my thing is, as bad as I felt, as guilty as I would have felt, is like, man, I don't want to let no one down, but more so, I don't want to let me down. And what is the reason why I chose to do what I chose to do? And that is to drop 12 to 14 pant sizes in 1 year, or 150 pounds, whichever one comes first. At this point, I just want to feel healthy. I know that I'm going to be able to embrace that vision, embrace that goal within the next 30 to 60 days. It's going to be real, like seeing some like real changes and things like that. So I'll post photos and stuff at the end of the year, and before the year I posted it in the stream. So but with that, I just want to feel like the inflammation is just being like lifted every week. And I felt really good after not having those things in my body. And it doesn't take much for the things that you shouldn't eat to be in your body that make you feel stiff, joint stiffness. And sometimes it has to do with the types of foods that you're eating. Whether for me, it might be seafood, it might be salt, it might be nitrates. Like for instance, bacon. I love bacon. Bacon doesn't do anything. It doesn't make me gain weight. It doesn't do anything to me as far as adverse health effects like inflammation. I don't get any of that with bacon. If I eat ham, forget about it. I'm like down for the count, and it just totally knocks me out because they're processed differently. And so certain foods will cause our body to react or have a reaction to it. So kind of make notes and journal your foods and what you're eating and how your weight fluctuates and things like that, because it really does make a difference when you're trying to pinpoint something. If you don't have those things journaled, written down, and you're not aware of those things, you could be taking and removing something that's good for your body and removing something that's not. Like for me, I didn't know this, but eggs is a good source of iodine. And way back when, I had issues with my thyroid. So does that mean that my thyroid issues are gone completely forever? Well, as long as I maintain removing removing those problems and the issues with sugar and white flour and white starch and simple sugars that I had way long ago. But if I start reintroducing those and go overboard, then it's going to be like a problem, which is like the holidays are like, cringing moment for me, but this time I'm like really determined to, I don't want to say, I don't want to fail during the holidays. I'd rather say I want to win and do my best to keep going and not overdo it. And that's like a kind of like an oxymoron to me, because if you have sugar, if you're one that your body just goes zoop up sugar, then it's like, if you have the tiniest bit when you're trying to lose weight and your metabolism, your hormones are all out of whack, you're liable to feel worse with just even the slightest bit. But then there's the deprivation, thought, like, what if I deprive myself? I'm going to end up eating more than what I wanted to anyway. So I'm kind of caught. Like, if I eat a little bit, it's going to boost my insulin and sugars up anyway. I don't have diabetes. I don't have hypoglycemia. I might have the symptoms of like the hypoglycemia, even though I'm not hypoglycemic. It's just what, how our body reacts to sugar, and how it converts sugar to glucose and glycogen, and the liver and the function of everything. So, it's like, well, do I have a little bit and then it's gonna like boost my sugar levels up, or do I do I make a substitution? Sometimes a substitution is just like, y'all know what I'm talking about when it comes to sugar-free this, or sugar-free that, and it's kind of like, it messes with you big time. It messes with your stomach, bloating, all these icky feelings. And I'm telling you, because I told y'all, this next 7 days I'm gonna be like really like honest, like out there, like what can happen, talk about those certain things that can happen and how to overcome those things. So, and some things, you just have to, if it's something you really want to have it, and, maybe go, I don't know, keep yourself busy, keep the energy flowing, and then, or make sure you drink lots of water in between and keep those things going. See, it's kind of like, giving candy to a baby or giving alcohol to an alcoholic. When they have a little bit, it's just, it relights that desire to want to have more of it, and it's most likely never a good thing. So either you take the one day and you get it over with, and then, you have someone that you can help keep accountable. There are different ways to do it, but I say don't keep it to yourself. If you've been struggling, you're like, you got yourself out there, and you've just made so many promises to yourself. You've said so many, well, I'm not going to do this on Thanksgiving, or I'm just going to, I'm just gonna wing it for the holidays, and then I'll get into the zone. And unfortunately, that is one of the prime bad habits of a veteran dieter. How many times have I said, I will, okay, let's start on this day, let's start on that day. I'm ready to start like a today, like yesterday, right? And so, being that I was already on the fast and did a few days of modified fat fasting, which I wish there was another word for that, because fat fasting is really when you only consume fat. Yeah, and that's never fun. Egg fasting is when you only consume eggs, okay, and some mayo, but that's it. So to say that it's a modified fat fasting, there should have been another name for it. But, so where am I at? What the heck am I going to do? Okay. So, the day after Thanksgiving, I will be implementing, I just had a thought. Why, and this is good, guys, why do I want to wait till the day after Thanksgiving? Why not start now? Why do I gotta feel like I need to start the day after Thanksgiving when tomorrow never happened yet? You see what kind of thoughts, like, your thoughts can do to you. It's like, just wait. You're gonna just mess up anyway. Why not have the fun? Why not start the next day? That's not good thoughts. So before I go and repeat that to myself, because when I said it out loud, it just sounded stupid, right? It's a dumb idea. So tomorrow I will have my keto coffee, because we know that works and I love it. And then I will have my my protein shake blended. I will have that, and then I will have my late lunch. I'll probably make my keto coffee into a blended drink with my protein in it. Okay? So there's a couple ways to do that, because then I could space out having my lunch and still be full. Because we generally have Thanksgiving at lunchtime, and then that everybody reheats the food, guys, and then in the evening time, by that time I don't really eat much at all, because then I'm just plumb full from just having sugar overload. You all can't tell me, you veteran dieters out there, that you're gonna have a halo on tomorrow at Thanksgiving. And no, I'm gonna be real and upfront with you guys, as I told you I would. So I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I ate tomorrow when I get back to doing my videos, okay? So yeah, so I will have my keto blended coffee drink tomorrow, and then I will have my Thanksgiving meal, and then I'll have water and stuff for the rest of the evening. Maybe the second part of the Thanksgiving meal, because I'm going to 2 different houses. Okay, I know it's 2 different houses. I don't have to eat every year. I eat less and less. That's the good thing. It's just the choices of stuff, because I haven't seen it for like a whole year. And this is one time where at least I know I'll be eating less. Just, I know the feeling that I get every year. So anyway, so I will be doing that blended drink tomorrow. That will be a major monkey wrench in the plans for me, and that's a good thing, because I have not yet done that before. Usually I'm like, just start the next day, but we can't allow that, right? Are you guys with me? I know I'm talking to myself right now, but I'm talking as though you guys are like right in front of me right now. So I'm going to do that, and I'll report back to you guys tomorrow. So hopefully this makes sense to you guys. And then, so I'll be doing two days of the the next day I will be doing my keto coffee. I will be doing the protein shake, and then protein shake, and then a salad or a keto type food. My intermittent fasting, I will not be eating past 6 to 7 o'clock p.m. That will be enough time. I will have fasted on solid food for 12 hours, and then fasted another 5 hours, so almost 20 hours. So about 16 to 18 to 20 hours of no solid food. And that is good. Even though intermittently in the morning, I will have had my keto blended drink and things like that. So it's liquid. So that is going to be my plan, running it all the way until I get to my weight loss. And I'm not worried about a plateau, because I have a plan for the plateau. That's a given already to help keep me going. So I think my long fast and 48-hour fast plan and 72-hour fast plan, I'm going to like put those onto the side and do some, real regimented, routinely type eating, getting my mind and my body trained to what to feed it, when to feed it, and the right fuels to feed it. So that way I can just keep going with the energy and keep things consistent. I don't want to be bouncing back every year. This is the last year, and I made that promise, so I need to stick with that. And I think I've been doing pretty good. Okay, I didn't gain all the weight back that I think I maintained losing about 5 pounds out of the 11.6 that I lost. So I don't want to do too much commending, because it's like up down. So I'm leaving that where it's at, and so I will be doing that. I just shared my regimen with you guys, and I have 2 flavor drops that happened in the last today's caramel. Today's salted caramel protein, whey protein, women's blend, and you can get that from my boutique, as well online at Fitspirationeverydaywomen.com, as well as the cookies and cream whey protein everyday women lean. That's also out there. So my brand and my labels are going through a great change of expanding, getting bigger as the drink gets bigger, and I do have marketing partners that are helping me with that. So I'm super excited. And so Fitspiration Lean is on the scene. We have cookies and cream and salted caramel, and then I also have CBD gummies out there on my site. So go check out my boutique at fitspirationeverydaywomen.com. I will have it posted below, and it was great and like relieving to come on here tonight just to share a little bit about what I've been going through. And I know it's stressful for everybody out there, but you guys gotta hang in there. Do what you can do. All you can do is all you can do, right? And then when it's said and done, try to evaluate and fix things that you can, because you can only do so much at one time. And don't over expect things from yourself. That's what I've learned. It's like, expect greatness, expect excellence, and try to find ways every day to get better, just a little bit better every single day. Be good to yourself, be kind. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for support. And if anything that I mentioned tonight or today when you're watching that was inspirational, encouraging, please drop me a comment. Let me know and that it helped you, and it would encourage me. And thank you so much for your support. Like and smash that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.